The next question comes from Slavin Vukobrot. As CEO, will Mr. Abel be in charge of the portfolio of common stocks that Mr. Buffett has been managing, or will this function be exercised by Mr. Combs and Mr. Weschler?
Yeah.
As investing could be defined as the discipline of relative selection, can major capital allocation decisions such as large acquisitions be separated from the common stock selection process?
Yeah, I would say that decision actually will be made when I'm not around, and I may try and come back and haunt them if they do it differently. But I'm not sure the Ouija board or they will get that job done. So that job, I'll never know the answer on whether it get covered, but I feel very comfortable about the fact that it will be made by a board that they've got loads of brain power. They've got a dedication to an unusual institution, and they will figure things out. But I would say that if I were on that board and we're making the decision, I would probably, knowing Greg, I would just leave. I would leave the capital allocation to Greg, and he understands businesses extremely well. And if you understand businesses, you understand common stocks. I mean, if you really know how business works, you are an investment manager. How much you manage, maybe just your own funds or maybe other people. And if you really are primarily interested in getting assets under management, which is where the money is, you don't really have to understand that sort of thing. But that's not the case with Ted or Todd, obviously. But I think the responsibility ought to be entirely with Greg. The responsibility has been with me, and I farmed out some of it. And I used to think differently about how that would be handled, but I think the responsibility should be that of the CEO, and whatever that CEO decides may be helpful in effectuating that responsibility. That's up to him or her to decide at the time they're running the money. But so I would say that my thinking on that has developed to some extent